a fascinating shule, which I learned is a heated machlekes, and that is a blind person allowed to walk into a shul with a seeing eye dog? Rav Moshe Feinstein Zecher Tzadik V'Kadosh L'Vorcha has a shule was written to him many years ago, Toshin Yud Gimel, by Rav Pinchas Mordechai Teitz, the Rav and Elizabeth, and the shule was the davar asuma asher lomdei lekelev l'hoilichai umruchach hakelev liyes tamid etzlai. A person can't get around without the seeing eye dog. Is he allowed to bring the dog into the shul b'shas davening? Because that's the only way he can come to shul. Can you bring a dog into a shul? So where would you be paishet the shayla from? Where do you find something? Which state can you bring a dog into a shul? So that's which for many years we were zecher to have a Rav Moshe Feinstein, and Bava Nisenu Harabim Nebuch, we have no longer Rav Moshe. But Rav Moshe says it's a befersher Yerushalmi Megillah. At least Rav Moshe holds it's a befersher Yerushalmi. And what's the Yerushalmi? The Yerushalmi over there in Megillah is discussing the whole union of the Talmidei Chachamim, whose Iker Makam, where do Talmidei Chachamim live? They live in a Beis HaMedrash. So we relax the halachas of Kedushas Beis HaMedrash for Talmidei Chachamim. They're allowed to eat in a Beis HaMedrash, they're allowed to sleep in a Beis HaMedrash. So the Gemara says, the Yerushalmi says in Megillah, that Rav Imi told the people in the Beis Medrash, Im asa barnach gabechaim, molachlach be'oraisa, that if someone comes to you who's only malachlech baraisa zakta pnei Moshe, that means he's nicht kein emes ben Torah. He's not a big Talmud Chacham, but like it's a hat a reach von Torah, right? It's a fil ashtikol Talmud Chacham. So then you're allowed to bring him in, and they'll say he's called the Talmud Chacham. Look out with this halacha that he can use the shul, and he can come in. So there to have him a kablun lay, take him into the Beis HaMedrash. Ulachamrei v'lamanuye. Lachamrei ulamanuye. What's ulachamrei? His donkey. So Zok Rav Moshe was Zekman from this Yerushalmi that you're allowed to bring a donkey into a Beis HaMedrash. So then Rav Moshe goes through a ganze machlekes whether we paskin like that. And Rav Moshe brings a shaila that the Gemara says that Bate Knesias or Bate Medrashe Shebechutz La'aretz al Tnai Hein Asuyin, that our Beis HaKnesses and Beit HaMedrash are made on a Tnai, that we can be mishtamish with them for non-Kaddish purposes. Hagam, there's a machlekes harishonim. What does it mean? Beit Tnai Hein Asuyin? Does that only mean after they're destroyed or even B'kiyuma? But Rav Moshe shows that Rashi Shita and the Rosh Shita, nor as a Ruach Shita is, that even B'kiyuman it helps a Tnai. So Memelo Zok Rav Moshe, what do you see from the Yerushalmi Megillah, that bringing a donkey into a Beis HaMedrash, a Beis HaKnesses, is no worse than eating in a Beis HaKnesses? And since L'maisa we eat in a Beis HaKnesses because we hold that Bate Midrashis, Bate Beknesses, they are made on a Tnai, and just like we can eat in the shul, so therefore L'chaira, you can bring a donkey into a shul, which is tantamount to that. Rav Moshe says, L'tzarech mitzvah tzas, we see the lechol suda shlishis b'Shabbos, ashen tzarech gadol, you see that we eat in shuls. We eat even for a bar mitzvah. Even though he doesn't know Genoy the mitzvah of doing that. And then he continues. Who hasn't been to a shtibel in Borough Park? And you finish davening at 7 o'clock in the morning, you start the day with a piece of stale kichel and a shot of schnapps. So, I mean, that's zicher zocher zicher nishkein mitzvah. That's a dvar rishus gomer. Yet, you see, we do it in shul. So, Zetmendach, we eat in shul. And bringing a donkey, Zok the Gemara, Yerushalmi Megillah, is no worse than eating. So, Memela zocher Moshe v'lochein. Kevin Shabachnosis Chamor, Chazin Shloi Gar Miachilo, so Yesh Lahatil, Beis HaKnesses Shalonu, Shaltaim Heisuyin, Uvavada Yissocher Moshe, Shekel of Loi Gar Michamor. You can't be mechalik and say, donkeys, yeah, dogs, no. Dr. Moshe, dogs are no worse than donkeys. You see, it's not going to be so pashut over here. Wait a minute. He says, what could be worse? This poor guy will never come to shul. He won't hear Kriyas HaTorah. He won't hear Megillah. So Memele, this is a Shasat Gadol. Paskin for Moshe Feinstein, he's allowed to bring the seeing eye dog into shul. Azay Dr. Moshe. So they found that someone really takes issue with this tshuva from Rav Moshe. Rav Breish, Zecher Tzadik L'Racha, who is a Pesach in Switzerland, has a whole tshuva, and the tshuva is entitled Hasoget Al Piska De Igris Moshe Lahati L'Suma Shehagila Bokela. He wants to be masig on this tshuva, the seeing eye tshuva. And he has, point by point, he goes ahead and takes issue with Rav Moshe. He says the Raya from the Yerushalmi and Megillah, that you see that they're allowed to bring a donkey into Beis HaMedrash. He says, what's the tushtal? The Yerushalmi is talking about a Beis HaMedrash. And a Beis HaMedrash, we all know, is called Batei D'Rabbanan, it's called Beis D'Rabbanan. And we're much more lenient in the halachas of Beis HaMedrash. You're allowed to eat in the Beis HaMedrash, you're not allowed to eat in a shul. So he says the whole sugi in the Yerushalmi is speaking about a Beis Medrash. But who says a Beis HaKnesses is you're allowed to? We're talking about a shul, not a Beis Medrash. Number two, he says, when did they bring the donkey in? They didn't bring the donkey in the middle of Chazaras Hashatz. He says there we're talking about the guy wanted a place to sleep. So they said, it's a house of Rabbanon, so therefore any person who's Ashtigol Ben Torah, he can be misachsin there, he can sleep there, bring him in with his donkey, with his suitcases. Aber in mitten davening, time of Breish, you want to bring a donkey into shul, does that mean it? You want to bring a dog into shul and mitten davening, it's going to cause a commotion. It's going to stare the tefillah, it's going to stare everything. He says you don't see that in the middle of davening you could bring a donkey in. Number three, he is the whole hypothesis, that because it says in the Yerushalmi that he brought him in ulachamrei, Tanya Rav Breish, who told you chamrei meant donkey? You know what chamrei means? It means donkey driver. Does say, how do you say a camel driver? A gomel is a camel. A gamal is a camel driver. A chamor is a donkey. A chamar is a donkey driver. Says that's what the Yerushalmi means. That this Talmud Chacham has some guy, you go downtown, you take a taxi, you know what type of person donkey drivers are, right? so the shayla is, can you bring him into the Beis HaMedrash also? So those off the Yerushalmi, that not only can he come into the Beis HaMedrash, but even Zayin Balagola can reinkommen. So, reinbringen a Hund in Beis HaMedrash? Wo steht? Aber nicht? He says, and then he says, Rav Moshe wants to say that this is an unbelievable time. He says, Rav Moshe says, who says a dog is no worse than a chamor? She says, that's not true. A dog is worse than a chamor. And you see from the Gemara in Kiddushin and Kiddushin that a dog barked, and as a result of that, a woman had a miscarriage. So he says over here, the dog can frighten the people. It's going to stare the davening. The emes is that seeing eye dogs don't bark. So I don't know if he was familiar with the Metzias. But on top of that, he says, what's the whole Shas Hadchak? Rav Moshe says, this person's never going to come to shul. He says, what do you mean never going to come to shul? You don't live in a Medina of Bali Chesed. When he has to come to shul, so you pick the poor blind man up and you take him in your car and you bring him to shul, and he'll come to shul. You have to come in with the seeing eye dog to shul. Feldteis people, if we would say there's a blind man in the community, you can't get to shul, there wouldn't be a half a dozen people, 50 people that would drive him to shul. So what is their Shas Hadchak Gadol? What do you mean if say he's not going to be zecher to Kriyas HaTorah and all these things? So as a result of this, he dinks off sehr stark on On the Gizmeshi holds it's also. Finally, I saw that Sherman Tziyanim Halacha Tainis, and that which Rav Moshe says that it's no mitzvah to drink a schnapps by a yahrzeit. He says, no, it's a gewaltige mitzvah, because when Hasidim have a schnapps by a yahrzeit, what do? They say Maisa about the Rebbe, they say Maisa of Gedolim, and people become inspired from that. So Mela Havana schnapps by a yahrzeit is Echa mitzvah. So Mela, he Brian wants to find it that's no raya. But then it says Hazeh Halt Rav Moshe that you can bring a seeing eye dog into Beit HaMedrash, the Kar Hayr Zatan. This week's parsha, one of the more difficult parshas in the Torah to understand,